Imagine the students were playing a ball game. Then one student, student A, threw the ball too hard and accidentally broke student B's spectacle. But instead of saying sorry, student A blamed student B loudly for not catching the ball. Then you rush to student A to ask him to apologize. But he insisted that it was student B's fault for not catching the ball. And no matter what you say, he didn't seem apologetic. He just wants to blame everyone else. And in situations like this, sometimes we feel that we should not let it go because we want student A to admit his mistakes, to learn to say sorry. That is why we will sometimes spend even more time talking to them, to try to talk some sense into them. Well, maybe it will work, but very often, when students kept blaming other people, it could be a sign to tell us that the anxiety level is super high. Probably because they will worry about getting scolded, getting blamed, like it is them again, always doing all the wrong things. Then they started thinking about what might happen later. Like their parents must see the school principals, or their parents will scold them. And this makes their anxiety level so high that it causes an emotional overreaction called amygdala hijack. And when this happens, they are no longer rational, no longer logical in their thinking, and their brains will trigger a fight or flight response. That is why they kept blaming other people. They just want to get out of that situation. Therefore, instead of convincing the students to apologize, maybe we should calm them down first, so that they don't feel anxious, so that they don't have amygdala hijack. What we can do is to first explain that it was an accident, and it will happen, especially in PE lesson. And because it was an accident, nobody is going to get into any serious disciplinary issue. And sometimes it's good to just address the issue to the whole class, so that it does not feel like we are targeting any students. And when we sense that student A feels safe, we can then talk about things they can do, like apologizing and taking care of student B for the rest of the day. We should also emphasize that apologizing is not saying we are bad people. By apologizing, we are taking responsibility when something happened, and that takes a lot of courage. It is what great leaders do. And when we empower student A to take care of student B, he may feel good about himself. And in the long run, he will develop a greater sense of social awareness and kindness to help other people.